the first place we need to start is we need to seek feedback from other people. So we may not have an accurate understanding or assessment of our own humility, so it really helps to get a perspective of what others think. And so I would recommend that you ask someone whose opinion you value and who you trust will be honest with you. And if you have people in a various number of domains, so in family, maybe some friends, maybe at work, if you can get a fair amount of feedback about your humility, that's a good place to start. Then you know kind of how much work you have to do. So ask them how humble you are in some areas where you potentially could grow in humility. A second thing to do is when you get that feedback, don't be defensive. I did this exercise one time with my wife, and I asked her, and it was at a particularly selfish moment in my life, and I had done a few things where I wasn't being very considerate, and she gave me kind of a low score on humility. And then once I got that feedback, I got defensive, which doesn't help, right? That's certainly not a humble way to receive feedback. And so try to reduce defensiveness and realize that by definition, they're right. If they're saying you need to be more humble, they would know. I mean, these are people who are interacting with you and who are trying to give you honest feedback. The third thing we can do is once we know where we are and we've kind of checked our defensiveness, is we can start working to develop empathy. So really trying to work hard to take the perspective of other people, to ask yourself what you could learn from others, and to try to tune into emotionally what they might be feeling or experiencing in a given moment. And then finally, the last thing is to be aware that the natural currents are always going to be pulling towards this cultural expression of narcissism. So realizing that to become more humble, we have to do the work every day. It's a constant decision to try to become more humble, because the currents are going to be pulling us towards narcissism, towards self-aggrandizement, towards arrogance each and every day. And so realizing that you need to practice and you need to continually put in the effort. There's not a quick fix for humility. It takes time to develop, but it can be developed.